If you're even remotely considering filing a claim with the VA for disability, there is one form that you need to file immediately that could be worth thousands of dollars down the road. This form is VA Form 210966, called the intent to file. Welcome back. My name is Mike, and today we'll be discussing the intent to file, what it is not, and how to do it. I'm a 28-year combat veteran in the U.S. Army, also served as a County Veteran Service Officer for several years, helping thousands of veterans and family members obtain the benefits that they earned. Again, this is not legal advice. I'm just sharing my experience and education with you as a county VSO, but also as a veteran who has gone through the process myself. So, let's get started. The intent to file, what does it do? First, it informs the VA that you have an intention to apply for benefits, and it gives you the option of either compensation or pension. For disability, is actually compensation is the block that you actually check. So with that, when you inform the VA, this one-page, very simple form, it sets what they call the effective date of your claim. Now, the effective date is the date from which, when you are awarded benefits or your claim is adjudicated in your favor, your pay for that disability goes back to your effective date. And later on, I'll give you a more real-world example of how this could really impact you as you go forward. But one note is this intent to file is only good for 1 year. So you have 1 year from the date that the VA receives your intent to file to put your claim together and submit it to the VA. Now, if by chance you miss that date, the 1 year goes by and you still haven't gotten around to completing your claim, all it does is you lose that effective date. You can still file. It doesn't have any impact. It's not binding, as I'll go into. But you just lose the effective date of your actual claim, and then you have to start the entire process again. Point 2, what it does not do. Well, first, the intent to file is not binding. If for some reason you decide you do not want to apply for VA disability, for whatever reason, you're not bound to. The intent to file just expires after a year, and you can submit it at a later date if you so desire. But also, you can only put in one intent to file at a time. So if you're getting close to the expiration date of your first intent to file, you cannot file another. Or if you decide within that 1 year's time that you have additional disabilities to file, you have to get them within the window of the existing intent to file, or then you wait and then file another intent to file. It's going to take you some time to put your actual case together. Point 3, there are 3 basic ways to file an intent to file. One is by phone. The phone number is on the VA webpage. Call that number and you can initiate the intent to file over the phone. Caution, there could be a long wait time, often there is, with calling the actual VA. The second, if you already have a VA login, you can go online and initiate your intent to file. It's instantaneous. Your effective date is the same day that you actually submit the intent to file online through your VA account. And the third way, which as a VSO was always my most preferred, is by mail, by regular snail mail. Print off the form off of the internet. You can actually fill the form out on the computer, print it off, and mail it in. As a VSO, that was always my most preferred because I wanted to obtain an actual paper trail. So I always kept a copy of every record that I sent to the VA on behalf of the veteran to include the intent to file. Also, a professional note, when I mailed in the VA's or the veteran's intent to file, I included a copy of their most current DD-214. This is a required document for actually filing the claim, and it also shows the VA your intent is more serious if you provide that actually required document. So let's go back to an actual scenario about filing an intent to file. An example, on the 1st of January of year, whatever, you send in your intent to file. And let's say it takes you several months, maybe 8-9 months, to complete your case. To schedule appointments, to get your medical records, get your service records, get a treatment schedule, go to some treatments, and put your case together. And so say by the end of August, you submit your fully developed claim to the VA. They receive it 1 September. Let's say it takes the VA 4 months to actually process your claim. To process your claim, schedule your compensation and pension exams, and also to complete their review and make their actual decision. So theoretically, let's say 1 year has gone by. Theoretically, let's say your claim was success and top of the scale, you came out with a 100% VA disability rating. Now, if you put in the intent to file in January, you'll get back pay, which is a little over $3,900 a month for a single veteran with no dependents at 100% for the past 12 months. If you did not put in an intent to file and you waited until you just filed your claim and it arrived in September, your effective date is now the date that the VA received your claim, say 1 September. So the difference for you is over $31,000 in back pay. So if you do not file the intent to file, your effective date is really from September through December. But if you did the intent to file in January, it's 8 additional months of back pay that you deserve because you filed the intent to file. So filing intent to file is free. It's not binding. It's to your benefit, and it lets the VA know that you're about to file, and then it actually also serves as a motivator, an impetus to get the veteran to actually go ahead and actually complete their claim, knowing that if they don't, they leave potentially thousands and thousands of dollars on the table. Again, thank you for your service. Good luck with your claim. If there's any other topics or any other questions that I may be able to answer, please put them in the responses below. Thank you.